Bang, bang, bang. Oh, howdy, partner. Time for timer. Do you ever get that hungry feeling after school? Boy, I do. I'm so hungry, I could eat a wagon wheel. When I'm slow on the draw and I need something to chaw, I hanker for a hunk of cheese. When my 10-gallon hat's a feeling 5 gallons flat, I got something planned, which is little cheese sandwiches. Come on. Here's a great little snack to tide you over till dinner. If you want something delicious and nutritious, cheese is a super snack. Look, a wagon wheel. When my get up and go has got up and went, I hanker for a hunk of cheese. When I'm dancing, I hold down in my boots, kind of slow down, or anytime I'm weak in the knees. I hanker for a hunk of, a slab or slice a chunk of, a snacker that is a winner, and yet won't spoil my dinner. I hanker for a hunk of cheese. Yahoo!
Awesome sauce! Hello, everybody. This is your mentally undeveloped party host, Blind Little Wonders, the Comic Pimp. This is Awesome Sauce Radio. Hope you're having a beautiful, blessed, and abundant Wednesday night. I hope you had an amazing new comic book day. Before we get to the heart of the matter and kick ass and take names, I'd like to thank the official pizzeria of Awesome Sauce Radio. Of course, the official pizzeria is the Marcos Pizza. They're on 1926 Union Valley Road, Hewitt, New Jersey, 07421, 973-728-1344. They can cater parties. They have anything you want that's Italian on the menu. The pizza is delicious. And if you mention Awesome Sauce Radio or Blind Adam, you get a free order of garlic knots. Tell them Blind Adam sent you. Once again, that's from Marco's Pizza, 1926 Union Valley Road, New Jersey, 07421, 973-728-1344. Also, I just want to give a quick shout out to everyone over at 420 Somewhere Dispensary in Hewitt, New Jersey as well. I'll be hearing more about them in the future. And, of course, if you want somewhere to go really awesome and amazing, June 28th and 29th, Garden State Comic Fest at the Cody Arena in West Orange, New Jersey. Saturday and Sunday, 20th and 29th of June. You're going to have guests like Maitland Ward, heck yeah, Sergeant Slaughter, Walter Louise Simonson, cosplayers, comic books, action figures, collectibles, fandoms. Go to statecomic.com. Tell them about it. I sent you. Let's say hello to JB Wheels.
Hello, everyone. How are we?
How's your week been, sir?
Good, man. Good, man. Our guest is here when you're ready.
All right, cool. So that's what I was about to say. So let's bring in the proprietor of the Garden State Comic Fest, Dave O'Hara.
Hey, everybody. How are you?
Hey, Dave. How you doing, man?
Very good. Very good. Get very busy.
So I've seen on the Facebook page. So can you once again just read out to my audience when Garden State Comic Fest is and where it takes place?
Sure. Garden State Comic Fest is going to be happening June 28th and 29th at the Essex County Cody Arena. That's in West Orange, New Jersey. It's right next to the Turtleback Zoo. And it'll be happening from 9:30 to 5 on Saturday, 9:30 to 4 on Sunday. And you can reach out and grab your passes and everything at gardenstatecomicfest.com.
That's awesome. So what was what facilitated the change from where it was always happening to the Cody Arena?
Well, over the past 10 years, we were at Menon Arena over in Morristown. And this past year, a couple management things changed over in Morristown, which led us to go look at Cody Arena and they were very happy to take us on. They thought it was a great idea. We thought it was a great idea having Turtleback Zoo right next door. So it works out great with families and stuff like that. And we were excited because the Cody Arena is actually a little bit bigger. So we can actually fit a little bit more. We really did outgrow our other venue.
Yeah, let's see. I missed last year due to a family gathering, so I'm really looking forward to this year.
This year is going to be amazing. I think it is the best show we have ever produced.
Thank you, Doug. That is awesome. So I have a couple questions about at least two of your guests so far. What in the decision for booking Maitland Ward?
Well, Maitland Ward actually is through the artist choice. Spencer Beck is the agent for Maitland.
Right.
And Spencer, as you know, through Artist Choice, he actually books a lot of our artists and stuff for the show.
Yeah.
Jim Starlin, Mark Bagley, Tana Ford, Colleen Duran. These are people through Spencer.
Through Spencer.
Yes. Yeah.
I'm taking a note right down. Good to know, because I have another promoter who's interested in booking her.
Oh, yeah. They're all through Spencer. You also have Scott Hanna and, Mike DiCarlo. There's quite a few of them, actually. And Spencer now has started getting into celebrity and media guests as well. And he brought Maitland to us. And at first, I'll be honest, I was a little timid about it because of...
I was going to say, because you actually, and I talked to Maitland. Is it all right if I say the event that I know her from?
Sure.
I know her from the AVNs because I cover the AVNs every year.
Right.
I told her, I said, hey, you would make a fortune starting to do mainstream meet and greets as well.
Right. Maitland, yes, she does have that other career in the adult world, but originally she started out as an actress on TV, and she left that. Honestly, she says the adult film industry is actually more respectful, believe it or not. But
actually, we could spend 5 hours debating that and how I agree with her in a lot of aspects. But this is her first, from my understanding, her first East Coast convention as well as her first mainstream meet and greet event.
Yes, Maitland did do San Diego Comic-Con a couple years. This was back in the 2010s.
Yeah, I think she was just cosplaying at that point.
Yes. And this will be her first ever East Coast appearance at a Comic-Con. So, we looked at it and, we said, in today's day and age, you got to give her respect for what she does. And she's actually a very strong woman. She has she's very professional, and we're actually very excited to have her. I think she's going to have so many fans out there, obviously due to the adult scene, but also from Boy Meets World, from Bold and the Beautiful, White Chicks, and it even ran to the part where Ann Dudik's agent reached out to us, and that was one of the most fun they've ever had on set when the two of them got to film White Chicks. So they are actually looking forward to coming back together and being able to meet fans and do a photo op as the White Chicks, which they're really looking forward to.
Yeah, I was, when I saw it on the Facebook page, I was like, that's genius. This White Chicks is such an underrated, undervalued movie that, I actually saw that it was on Max and watched this for the first time in years because I even forgot that they were both in that.
I never realized Maitland was in it until that point, and we went back and watched it too, and it was just as funny now as it was back then. The Wayans brothers are great. Terry Crews is phenomenal in it.
Oh yeah.
But we're looking forward to seeing what they do, and have them come out and meet fans. And the other guest through Spencer is Sean Kanan, who was Bad Boy Mike Barnes in the Karate Kid Part 3 and also in Cobra Kai.
He's gonna have a long line.
Yes. Yeah, we figure he will.
Karate Kid Legends movie just being dropped too.
Yes, and also you got to remember, he was also the longest running character ever, I believe, on General Hospital, AJ Quartermain.
Really?
Yep.
So you can have me go back and watch old soap operas. I haven't seen since The only way I got girls to talk to me in middle school and high school is I watched soap operas and something to talk to at lunch. Yeah, it works.
Believe it or not, I had to watch a lot of the Days of Our Lives when I was a kid because that's what my mom loved to watch. So I knew all the characters back then.
Yeah, so it's weird. It's interesting to see how a lot of them branched into like major roles later on.
Oh yeah, it's definitely pretty interesting how they do it. So it's a great way to start out. They really do good. Back to Maitland, she's actually now a best-selling author. She has a book out now, her biography.
I think her second book either came out or is coming out soon.
Yeah.
I think that Escape from Hollywood is the second book.
Yes. It is out now.
All right. Because I haven't talked to her. So I'm really good friends with our publicist over at BSGPR, so I usually get all the first drops.
Yeah,
so let me
no.
ask you this: how's the deal getting press and adult film news outlets?
It's been pretty interesting. I've been watching all the press. I have to say, obviously, whenever you bring in a guest that might have be a little controversial, you always expect a little pushback. But for the most part, I mean, women truly embraced her character and are looking forward to meeting her. The only people that ever pushed back were actually guys, which is kind of funny because
that's interesting.
Yeah.
Because because I knew about it because we both follow each other on IG, and I saw it in a message chat that she was announcing that she was gonna be best at the Garden State Comic Fest. And I was like, holy excuse my language. I was like, holy shit.
Yeah.
Because
no.
I've been telling every promoter for the last year and a half who would listen to me that they should book her.
Oh, yeah.
I even suggested to you last year as like you should get and to actually to see a promoter on this side of the country actually do it. I was extremely happy.
Well, it had to be the right guest, and Maitland, I think, really is the right guest for that, for the crossover. Just because she really does have careers on both sides. And we will be celebrating the one side more so than the other, which the other will be celebrated, of course. I believe she's also going to be at Exotica this year. So,
I don't think it's been officially announced yet, but.
From
I know
what
for Chicago was, but I don't think it's been announced officially for Jersey yet.
Oh, okay. I just knew the one. I didn't realize it was Chicago over New Jersey or anything.
Yeah, Chicago. She hosted one of the award shows there, but I do want to know: will Sergeant Slaughter be there both days?
Sergeant Slaughter will be there both days, all day. We're looking forward to having Sarge in there. Sarge is, I've known him ever since I was a kid with wrestling, but also G.I. Joe is one of the biggest things that I've always been into, especially as a kid. So to have Sarge come out, he's from my favorite cartoon. He was in the books. About 3 comics he made it into, I believe, because at the time Larry Hama was going through so many characters for G.I. Joe.
JV, if you could please pop up the G.I. Joe cover. So I want to know that if getting this qualifies as autographed qualifies as a premium autograph.
I am not sure. That would be up to Sarge's people, but I don't know if that would be considered a premium autograph or just a regular autograph.
It appears in the books.
Right.
Which is a classic run. Do you know if he'll be doing the Sergeant Slaughter challenge, where he puts people in the Cobra Clutch, and if you last 2 minutes, he gives you this golden coin?
I'm sure he will be, if that's one of his things. He'll also be doing photo ops. And Sunday morning, the first panel of the day, he will be holding a panel on what it was like to how he actually got introduced into G.I. Joe from being a wrestler with Hasbro and stuff. So that could be pretty interesting with some of the stories on how he became a real American hero, so to speak.
I'm excited because I missed him last year at a convention in Connecticut,
Okay.
and unfortunately I missed your GI Joe guest last year, which I was really hoping to get because it's Zartan.
Oh, Zach Hoffman. He was amazing. I had never seen Zach at a show, and I actually just reached out to him via email and said, "Hey, do you want to come?" And he said, "Sure." And next thing you know, we had Zartan there with his sister Zorana, Lisa Raggio, and they were great guests. And we're looking forward to having Zartan out again in the future. I mean, he was just amazing with the fans. He was a super nice guy. And sometimes when you meet these people and they're just really nice, you can't wait to get them back.
You see, the one thing I like about your show is you have at least one GI Joe guest a year.
I try always to have at least one GI Joe guest a year, and I think that's just because GI Joe is my personal favorite as a kid. So it might be selfish because I'm using my show to meet my heroes, so to speak, from childhood, but I get them out there.
Is it any more selfish than doing that on your own podcast as well? Because I've done that several times.
Nope, not at all.
Sometimes it pays off. Sometimes one of the nicest rejection letters I ever got was from Peter Weller.
Okay.
And it was just like, we're filming right now. It's a hard pass. Thank you.
Okay.
I was like,
that's not bad.
George Glow, what I loved about George Glow's rejection to the podcast was I got a phone call in the Space Ghost voice getting rejected for an interview, and I was like, I should not have picked up the phone. I would have liked to have kept it on my phone for a couple of days.
Right. Yeah, that would have been a great thing to keep in your voicemail.
Yeah. So as a fan coming buying tickets, what are some of the benefits of buying the VIP package?
Well, the VIP pass, obviously, we have a 2-day pass and a 1-day pass. The 2-day pass, what it does is it will get you an exclusive Jim Starlin Vampirella cover book in the bag, which Jim will sign for free. So just the comic and the signature alone is worth about $50. So that's not too bad right there. It'll get you a fast pass for Larry Lieber, who is Stan Lee's brother, when he's doing the signing there. It'll do fast pass for you through the photo op so you don't get stuck. And each celebrity will have a half hour dedicated each day in their schedule for VIPs. So you don't have to wait in a line. And on top of that, you get prints, you get books, you get so many other things, plus a half hour early admission.
That's awesome. How excited are you for having Larry Lieber?
Larry Lieber is great. He's comic book royalty. He's one of the last, living royals, basically, of the comic book world. His people reached out to me a couple weeks ago and asked if we'd be interested. Larry is 93 years old, and he just wrote his first novel, Chirps. And really, this is more of a book signing tour for his book.
Yeah.
So, we said, yeah, we'd love to have him do a signing for it. We're going to give away 150 copies to the first 150 people in line to meet him, which he will sign for a small price. I think it's $25, which is really good for Larry Lieber.
He did over Super Jersey Con. Okay.
Right. And then, basically the same thing he did there, but he'll also sign your comics and he'll sign whatever else he can. He's scheduled for 2 hours. If the line is longer and if he's feeling up to it, he might stay longer. But again, this is a 93-year-old man. He seems very spry. My dad's 92, but when he's tired, he's done. So, but we are very excited to have him. And, I can honestly say honored to have him.
Yeah, I mean, it's a nice catch for I think at this point, the last living member of the original Marvel bullpen at this point.
Yeah. I don't know. Yeah, I guess so. I mean, I don't know if Roy Thomas was part of that.
I just thought that Roy Thomas came in that second round.
Right.
Of course, the mid-60s. I'm thinking more of that original from 61 to 65-ish.
Yeah, then I think you're right. He would be the last one. Well, Sal Buscema, he's still around.
All right. Yeah.
He doesn't come out though. I mean, you never see him.
Yeah, I know.
So.
That's all right. You have any vehicles on our props? Amazon stop. Well, that is about 20 minutes. So, I know you see you can only stay about 20 minutes or so when we corresponded. So,
yeah, I can only stay about 20 minutes, but if you had a last question or whatever, I can answer one more. It's not a problem.
All right. For 2000, what are the plans going forward for either your winter version of the show or 2026?
Well, what we have going forward is, after we get through this one, we are adding a new show this year. It's going to be Garden State Comic Fest in Vineland, which is a South Jersey show. We are adding that. It's going to be November 15th and 16th, and there'll be a lot more information of that coming forward. The city of Vineland reached out to us and wanted to do a show, so we're looking forward to that one as well. And then we have our Winter Fest in January. And, it'll be 2026 Winterfest, Anime Fest. We run that in April. And next year will be the third year for that. And we've been doing really good. We keep on moving and shaking and, keep on going.
That's awesome. Well, before you leave, I just want to say, thank you for being a guest tonight. And I want
to thank you.
I want to thank you for the memories I built at Garden State Comic Fest over the years. And I want to thank you for one of the best the best big shows around in Jersey.
Oh, thank you so much. And, to be honest with you, I love hearing that because it's because of the people that do have the memories and keep coming back that we can keep doing what we're doing. As you can imagine, these shows get really expensive to produce. And we have such a loyal following that every year I just want to do better and better for everybody. So we're looking forward to it. And again, if this is, the first time or not your first time, get your passes now at gardenstatecomicfest.com. And we'll see you June 28th and 29th at the Cody Arena.
All right, cool. See you there, sir. You have a great night.
Thank you. You too, Adam. I'll see you then.
I'll see you then. Hey, Johnny, can you play the Let's All Go to the Lobby? Let's all go to the lobby. Let's all go to the lobby. Let's all go to the lobby and get ourselves a treat. Get ourselves a treat. Let's all go to the lobby.
Let's all go to the lobby. Let's all go to the lobby to get ourselves a treat.
Delicious things to eat.
The popcorn can't be beat. The sparkling drinks are just dandy. The chocolate bars and the candy. So let's all go to the lobby to get ourselves a treat. Let's all go to the lobby to get ourselves a treat.
Welcome back to Awesome Sauce Radio, everybody. I apologize. That is one of my favorite things in the entire world, and I apologize for nothing. Let's bring in my tag team partner, Mr. JB Wheels.
Yo, what's up, everyone?
Another amazing interview here on the show. Thank you.
Yeah, man.
With that.
Yeah, man.
I'm looking forward. I'll probably be there on the 28th.
That's awesome.
Now that I know the exact timing of the show, it won't interfere with my nephew's birthday party. I can actually go to both.
Nice.
And I may actually go back that Sunday for the Sergeant Slaughter panel.
That'd be awesome.
So, how's your week been, brother?
Not too bad, bro. Not too bad. Like I was saying pre-show, almost done with the break, so just excited to get back on track, back on schedule.
I hear that, and we're finally in the summertime now, weather-wise. So, hope it just doesn't get too humid too fast.
Yeah, I know. I'm with you. Sorry, I'm getting calls and stuff like that.
That's not a problem. You catch any of Monday Night Raw?
No, I haven't, man. I've caught clips from like Worlds Collide and Money in the Bank, but haven't really caught a lot of Raw.
All right, then I won't spoil the ending for you then.
All right.
Because there's a major change. That's all I'm gonna say.
Oh yeah. I did see that.
All right.
That's like the one thing I saw, but that was expected.
So you think they'll have Jay chase it again at this point?
No, the rumor is they want to get the Usos back together. So
okay.
Yeah, I knew that they were gonna give it back to Gunther because, spoiler alert, they might be bringing back the guy that shoots pyro out of his nose.
Interesting.
Yeah, so that's the route they're gonna go, which I don't know if I want to see that again.
It didn't impress me the first time around.
I know. So.
And I thought Jay wasn't doing that bad as the champion.
No,
all that hype for the first 4 months of the year.
No, I mean, it's because, let's be honest, I don't think you would want Jey Uso or I don't even know how to say this. You don't expect Jey Uso to be
world champion forever.
You know, you just don't expect it. It was a phenomenal run. I'm not gonna lie. I can't lie.
I'm impressed that Creative had the balls to run with it this far.
Yeah.
I was just having fun with it.
Yeah, I know. But, you give it back to Gunther, so it becomes, okay, I'm going to hold it till Mania again. I don't know if it's Mania, but you know what I mean. Hold it longer, and then.
All right, so who do you see Seth cashing in on then? Do you see him cashing in on Cena?
I don't. Who's on? Okay. No, Gunther's on Raw.
Yep.
Cena's on. Okay.
Cena can be on any brand he wants.
Very true. Do you give it to? I'm trying to see where he goes with it. Does he?
Punk's not winning it.
Well, no, I don't see Punk as a. But then again, I don't know.
Yeah, I mean.
I don't know. I feel like
when I saw Seth win it, I'm like, okay, this is interesting. Since he's been saying for the last 2 years he wants to save WWE from everybody.
I mean, it could be something that they do. I just don't know what route to go right now.
Especially, I know you didn't see all of Raw, but during the CM Punk John Cena segment, Seth Rollins did interrupt it, showing off the case, saying, "I can cash this in anytime I want."
I mean, but I could also see him going for Gunther. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it feels like because 90% of me says he's going that route. Whatever Cena's last match is, okay. Let me bring it back to people that run the WWE, or I don't know. You know what I mean?
Cena winning that final match,
and then getting cashed on.
Yep.
Yeah.
And be like, hey, Cena, you forgot about me, bitch.
Kinda, yeah. It's too early to tell right now. It does seem like they are involving him and John if that's the case, but
and of course him and Punk, because in real life they really do hate each other's guts.
You know what's funny? I kind of don't believe that.
If not, they play it off really well.
No, they definitely do. I think, I don't know if they...
Because I've watched few interviews where, there has to be somebody that's real for what I've seen Steph say and a lot of the shit.
Oh, no, yeah. The promos are great because, it's actually real. I just think they both know how to tell the story well, and, sometimes the villains in your path are like your greatest rivals.
Yeah.
So.
And Punk did have a hand in bringing him up to the main roster, so
very true.
Probably a shit ton of respect there too.
Oh yeah, for sure.
I guess in other news, I know we talked about those pre-show, but can we please stop showing Superman clips? Damn it!
Yeah, I know.
Can we just let June 11th get here so we can watch the whole motherfucking movie already?
July 11th, guys.
July 11th.
Yeah. That's why, like, every time there's like a trailer involved in the show, I'm like, ugh.
Yeah, so Superman, I stopped playing the Superman trailers because I'm not.
Yeah,
I'm trying not to watch them, but at the same time, I buy when I'm not doing this and I'm not doing other things and content creation. I do buy and sell comic books to make money.
Yeah.
And I do participate in other people's podcasts, so I know they're going to talk about everything.
Mm-hmm.
However, I did not watch the second Peacemaker trailer because I don't want to know. I don't want to be spoiled anymore. And I just want to enjoy Peacemaker season 2 and not have to know anything.
Yeah.
But that lasted all of 10 minutes because one of my friends is like, "Did you see the new Peacemaker trailer yet?"
Yeah, I know. It'd be like that.
They told me everything that happened in it.
Oh, Jesus.
I was like, okay.
That's wild.
I'm really looking forward to Superman, maybe a little more so than Fantastic Four right now.
See, everybody's kind of leaning that way, and I don't know why I'm leaning opposite.
I think I've explained it once, but it's just that this is the first real big DC movie ever since James Gunn took over the studio.
Right.
So that's the only reason why it has that little bit more of an extra special spin.
Yeah.
Versus, don't get me wrong, I'm equally as excited for Fantastic Four, but the Marvel Cinematic Universe now has a little bit of a formula to it.
Yeah.
It's kind of like back 6 years ago when AEW first popped on the scene. Well, I was super excited each and every week for AEW because at that point, WWE had a formula.
Yeah,
you kind of really predict things easily.
Yeah.
Where you didn't know what the hell you were going to see in AEW.
Right.
And it's kind of that same thing here with Superman and Fantastic Four for me right now. It's just all the trailers will look good. Everything leading into it, like Creature Commandos, was awesome. Peacemaker is a part of the universe that he's building. And I know I give him shit for his movies. And if God willing, I can put together $200 and make it to Boston to Fan Expo. I'll tell John Cena right to his face what I think of his movies, especially The Marine.
I think his movies are great.
The Marine sucked.
Well,
That first Marine movie was supposed to get me laid. And because of his acting at the time, it didn't get me laid. And I'm still very angry about it.
it might have just been the wrong time.
That too. Maybe it was her time of the month. I don't know.
I have no idea. Anyway. Oh, question.
Yes, sir.
How do you feel about 42 going back to Vegas?
I'm, once again, as someone who wants to one day see them have Mania in the Garden one last time, annoyed. I would have felt a little better about it if they didn't announce New Orleans first.
Right.
But maybe by 45 we'll come back to this area.
So here's the problem. I kind of feel like the Garden would be way too small for 2 nights.
You know what? You're probably right.
The Garden's way too small.
I do agree. And
Would
like I said,
I like to see it happen? Absolutely, but the Garden's too small.
All right, then I would settle for Berkeley.
I would do Barclays, but ADA seating there is ridiculous.
I know. I've never been there for an event yet.
Oh, it's terrible.
All right. As much as I hate it being I hate it because it's.
Although, if it was like close enough to where people would not get in the way, maybe just to say, "Oh shit, I just did a Mania at Barclays." But it's just, if you really want to see what's going on, it's just going to be a terrible situation. But yeah.
Like I said, my first Mania I went to in person was 10 at the Garden.
It would be kind of funny, but like, no, because they wouldn't even run Prudential Center either.
No, because I think that's just as small as the Garden, actually.
But imagine like them bringing a Raw there. Of course, things would get expensive, but I have a connection there too. So it's like, by the way, no, but
yeah, actually,
it's sick. But
my only complaint, I went to Mania 29 when it was at MetLife. Back when it was a one-day show.
MetLife scares me for some reason.
No, I just don't like MetLife because it's an outdoor arena.
Oh yeah.
If it's cold, if it's damp or it's chilly or it's cold,
you're fucked.
You feel it the entire event.
Yeah.
I remember spending an extra $50 on a sweatshirt from the Silver Nair shop just to keep the chill out of my body that night.
Yeah.
But no, I mean, am I happy that it's going to be in Vegas again? And I can hopefully maybe make it next year? Heck yeah. I wonder what the decision behind it was.
I think they knew that they didn't really want to go to New Orleans originally. No, but Vegas was already like, bro, we would bring them back. Like, what was that? Anyway, they were like, we need to bring them back. Like, as soon as the event ended, they were like, we need to return. I don't know.
Like I said, I just hope we have a better card next year.
Yeah, we'll see.
When your best match opened up the show.
Yeah.
You know what? I missed it. Who won the female Money in the Bank?
Naomi.
What the fuck?
I mean, to be fair, like they spoiled that like two weeks ago on the sheets. So I was like, I already knew who was winning.
You know, and of course, the only reason I didn't really bother to check the results on that is because my favorite thing of the whole night happened, you know, during the John Cena match. With not R-Truth, but Ron Killings coming back.
Yeah, man. They knew they fucked up.
Yep, he's not. I like the fact that and it was actually confirmed by CM Punk in the opening segment last night. You know, this is not R-Truth. This is Ron Killings.
Yeah.
I'm just waiting for him to drop his old TNA catchphrase into the mix.
I mean, he did cut his hair.
Yep. Can we get an amen?
So, I don't know, man. It's going to be interesting.
What's that?
It will be interesting to see how they do his final run, technically.
Yeah. You know, I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, TNA Ron Killings they bring that back.
Yeah, it looks like that's what they're bringing back.
I mean, I love it, man.
Yeah, we haven't seen that Ron Killings in 16 years.
Yeah.
You know, for however long he's been with WWE now. It's like 15, 16 years now.
Well, collectively, probably.
Yeah, but at least the last 10 years we've had the... Don't get me wrong, I love the comedic sketch comedy, slapstick style of R-Truth, but, you know, let him go out. I'm happy he's going out like this.
Yeah.
And the people spoke. The corporate office, they said that a lot of this had to do because the wrestlers in the back were just as upset as the fans.
For sure. What? Like, it just seemed very retarded that they would do that.
Yep.
For now. And then that was like super quick, though, too.
I wasn't expecting that at all. I was like, all right, this is awesome. You know, but like I said, outside of that, just gonna be enjoying some of my summer for the rest of the week.
Of course.
You know, just a little shout out to the audience that there may be only one show this week. I may be going to an event tomorrow. I haven't made up my mind yet. Depends on how I feel. I still have a little bit of lingering of the bronchitis that I'm about 99.5% over. And I want to check the air quality and everything before I leave. Because it's supposed to have one of those hot, humid, hazy days tomorrow.
Word.
Where 89 is going to feel like 102, and you know you're going to be drenched by the time I get on the bus to go into the city and all that. So if I decide not to go into the city tomorrow, that will be a podcast. I'll probably just do like 15 minutes of playing with these new hand puppets I got, and seeing if Pop Rocks and Coca-Cola really blow your stomach up.
Oh, Jesus.
Well, I want to thank Dennis Barger over at Wonderworld Comics, because he sent me a gift box with a case of Pop Rocks.
That's pretty sick.
So I was like, all right, I haven't had these in years. I'm sure I can make some content with them just for shit and giggles. And I'm finally gonna go check the FatCon website to see when that if I even want to attempt making that happen this year or not.
Hold on 1 second.
I know it's the August 8th through the 10th.
Hold on. I'll find it. Oops. Why are we
Shout
not?
out to remeber and Whitney Morgan, who are my contacts over at VetCon. They're ambassadors.
1 sec. Yep, August 7th through the 10th.
All right. Once again, another time you really want to be in Florida, man.
Yeah, for real.
I don't like humidity. I'm a West Coast guy who enjoys dry heat.
Right.
What to do, bro?
But with that being said, JV, where can the audience find you online?
Hey, man, I am JV Wheels everywhere. Be on the lookout, man.
Yep. Of course, you can find me at Instagram at The Real Blind Adam, Twitter/X at The Comic Pimp. I'm trying to figure out if I'm shadow banned or not. But, people are seeing my tweets and nothing seems to be affected, so I guess I'm not shadow banned. And none of our porn star friends was able to give me any tips to find out if I was shadow banned because they didn't know. That's just that. And of course, you can also find me at Whatnot at Comic VIP. You can find me at minivid/Blind Adam, eBay/Blind Adam. I'll be watching both those as we speak. Of course, June 28th, 29th, you can find me at the Cody Arena walking around at the Garden State Comic Fest, June 28th, 29th. Also, would like to thank the official pizzeria, DeMarco's Pizza, 1926 Union Valley Road, New Jersey 07421-973-728-1344. Get yourself some garlic knots, some pizza. You can take a girl with blonde hair, blue eyes, big tits, nice thighs. You can take her for an espresso and a cannoli. I think they even have eclairs. I never really checked their dessert. I have to check their dessert menu one of these days the next time I go there. Being a fat guy. Fat and proud, Tommy Dreamer style. I should know about the Marco's desserts. But the Marco's Pizza, 1926 Union Valley Road, New Jersey 07421-201. Whoops. 973-728-1344. DeMarcosPizza.com. Tell them about them sent you. Remember, we don't decide to have a vision. It's not what happens to you, it's what you do about it. Remember, go chase your dreams, you just might catch them. This is America where the streets are paved with gold. Remember, if no one has said that they love you today, I love you. There's always somewhere to listen. If you're struggling, please get help. There's no shame in getting help. I love you all. Blind Adam out.